Well, hello out there. I want to show cutting out a mounting arm for this brush rake that I built. Pretty neat looking thing there. A lot of heavy duty steel in it. That's 2-inch A514 T1 plate, which we'll be cutting today. You can see the highlighted arm that we're going to be cutting. Here I'm using the pattern torch to cut the eye where the pin goes through at the top. Cut that rounded portion to make it look nice. Takes a little while to get a little preheat in there. Wasn't real happy with the way this tip was cutting. I had to run way too slow. It made a smooth cut, but it just run too slow. I overhauled it before I started cutting the teeth out after this, and managed to get it cutting a lot better. It's fixing to spit out at me a little bit here when it goes around this curve. See it spit back there just a little bit. Yeah, there it is. Trying to get the speed dialed in. It was too slow and it would lose its cut, and too fast and it wouldn't cut through. It's pretty delicate. Cut all the way to the corner there. Get it shut down at the right time. There we go. Now we'll switch over to the track torch. Pattern torch out of the way there. Track torch out here. We're cutting the notch for the tube where the arm welds to the tube at the bottom down there. Kind of welds to the top of the tube, and then there's a little tongue that sticks down and welds to the front of the tube. Give it some strength. Make the horizontal cut first. I had this tip was cutting a whole lot better on the track torch versus the pattern torch tip. Running around 80-90 psi oxygen here. At the end of this cut, I'm going to reach up there and turn the rack a little bit so we get a little rounded corner where the two cuts meet. That way we don't have a sharp corner for it to try to break at. This track lined up where I want it. Now we'll cut the vertical portion where the tongue. See, I turn the rack there to finish out that curve in the corner where the two cuts met. And we'll keep cutting the notch now. We're running most of this at 4 times speed. I don't remember if I said that before or not. The long cut, I'll speed up to 8 times. This overall took me, there was 26 minutes of video that I took, about 30 minutes to cut this arm out. A little counterweight there, holding the track down, because the track torch was kind of hanging over the edge. That was the angle cut down there on that tongue. Now we'll line up and cut a big long cut. Give it a moment to preheat. Get it started. We're at 8 times speed now. Most of this smoke that's billowing up is oil burning out of the floor. There's a little oil soaked in that concrete. Tried to choke us out of there a couple of times. Video kind of cut out here a little bit when the camera reached the end of its record cycle. But I may have caught it pretty quick, so got it to restart, so there's not a whole lot missing. I figure people would rather watch this stuff at high speed and catch all of it rather than just little bits and segments. I got to do a little more training on some of my helpers. They're not handling this right. While I'm putting up the track torch here in a minute, they're fixing to do a few mistakes. Guy really wanted to lift this by hand. You ought to clamp a couple of good 4-inch C-clamps on there, give you some handles. Then he's going to go grab a towel. Not really a good idea, especially if you can't get both of them on it and get good control. You could drop that thing on your foot. That wouldn't be something you'd want. One of the things I like about the track torch versus a CNC table is I can put it up in a little bitty cabinet and not have to have this big table in my way all the time. My shop's just not big enough for a CNC table. Well, thanks for watching.